All right, let's do a quick review of this Weller 70 watt WLSKD7012A soldering station. Right? This was for me a bit of an impulse buy from Home Depot. All right, so I'm walking through the aisles at Home Depot in the tool area and find that they have this thing for sale. It's $98 off the shelf. Okay. And I'm there, I'm like looking at this, like, okay, I've been soldering off of a Weller WP30 traditional soldering iron with a normal plug and no controller for the past 13 years, and this thing has been really good. Like, this is a really nice soldering iron. The only problem I've had is the tip has finally, or the cap that's on the end of there has finally oxidized, and the tip falls out of the end of the soldering iron. So I wrapped a wire around it to try to hold it in because I was in the middle of a project when it failed. And thinking, okay, well, I can buy a new cap, but I also need to think it's a good idea to finally upgrade to a digital temperature controlled soldering station. I'm at Home Depot. I'm like, hey, look at that. There's one for sale right in front of my face. I can pick it up and buy it right now. All right. I go on my phone. I look at the model number and find that Home Depot is actually one of the competitive sellers of this station. It's a reasonable price. So I go to the register and buy it. And here it is. Now I'm going to say that if I had to do it all over again, I'd probably buy one of the Weller industrial soldering stations that has the same color plastic as this one, the blue, the sky blue, like the whatever it is, 1010 soldering station, which you can get for slightly more money, but it's an industrial unit. It's not a consumer grade soldering station. But hey, I'm not taking it back. We're just going to live with it. The only complaint I have about this unit is that it's got a PVC cord that's fairly stiff. It's kind of stiff. And if you were to touch that cord with the tip, you would probably burn through it a little bit, but we're not going to be too concerned about that. Whereas on this industrial unit, you've got a nice neoprene cord that's not as, it's more heat resistant. But let's fire this one up and see what it does. So we've got it plugged in over here to the watt meter. We got 118.8 volts coming in here. We're going to turn it on. Right? Let it get up to temperature. They say it takes about 15 to 20 seconds for this to get hot. Right, we have it set to 590 degrees Fahrenheit. It's warming up. Okay. And 590 on that scale is actually hot enough to melt regular 6040 solder. Okay, like we got right here. So we're at temperature. Let's pull it out. Obviously, you can see it melts it very nicely. So clearly we're able to get hot very fast, which is a nice thing because the old WP30 took a few minutes to get warm, Put it in the holder. The only thing, the complaint I have is this is really light. So you try to put it in the holder here, it kind of bounces the whole station all over the place. But other than that, I think it's pretty good. So when we talk about the control for the temperature, right? That's the reason we have the watt meter hooked up. So let's look at the power consumption of this unit. Right now, this iron is only using about 15, not even 15 watts. So you can see that the power is varying because there's a PID controller inside this unit that controls the temperature. So let's turn this temperature up. Let's just turn it up to 650. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. Let's watch the power. All right, look at that. 85, 78 watts. So it's heating that element up in order to maintain that temperature. And we're already there. Okay. Now we're going to have like no power consumption. 2 watts because it's already hot. Now it's cooling off, and now it's got to maintain temperature at 589 degrees. So that's how we know this is the real deal when it comes to the controls of the soldering station. And the nice thing about this, the other thing is that this soldering station has you hear that rattle that's inside there? There's actually a switch, a ball bearing switch inside this handle that will allow you to idle soldering iron standby. So effectively after 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes, so you got 5, 10, or 30 minutes, or you can turn that feature off. It'll idle the heat. It'll turn the temperature down to boiling point of water, 212 degrees Fahrenheit. And then as soon as you pick up soldering iron, it will heat it back up to the set point. So that allows you to save on the tips and save on the oxidation that happens on the ends of these soldering irons when you're not using them. So if you're doing a project and you have the soldering iron in the holder, the temperature will be maintained for whatever minute you set that to, and then it'll go idle. It'll be at 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 Celsius. And then as soon as you pick up the iron, the controller will sense, oh, somebody picked up the iron. It'll turn it back to 580 degrees. So that's kind of the neat feature about this unit. I think the industrial irons probably have the same feature. But yeah, impulse buy from Home Depot. Weller 70 watt soldering iron station.